Hare Krishna. Sometimes people ask this very important question, that how do I know who is a saintly person? Because in the name of saintly persons, many swindlers or cheaters are very much rampant in the society. So how do we distinguish? So there are 5 ways by which we can distinguish who is a saintly person and who is not a saintly person. First of all, saintly person does not claim himself to be God. If anybody says that I am God, or you can also be God, or I can make you God, or by meditation one can become God, such a person cannot be saintly person. Because one cannot become God. God is supreme and we are His dependents. So we can never become God. So it's only a false propaganda, or it's a false assurance people give that by doing some meditation or by doing some austerity and penance one can become God. So this is number 1 criteria, that if somebody tells you that you can become God, you can flatly reject that person as a saintly person. He cannot be saintly. Number 2, that a saintly person comes in a proper chain of disciplic succession. He has to have his guru, and his guru must have his guru. In this way, the whole Guru Sishya Parampara extends up to the original personality of Godhead Krishna. So if somebody doesn't fall in that Guru Shishya Parampara, then such a person cannot be accepted as a saintly person. Sometimes we find people who say that God has come into my dream and enlightened me, now I am becoming Guru for you. So he doesn't have Guru, but he becomes Guru for us. Such a person cannot be accepted as a saintly person. You must have Guru. You must have received this knowledge in a proper disciplic succession. And the disciplic succession should begin with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the 2nd criteria. There is a 3rd criteria, that is, if somebody says that you pray to your Ishtadaiva, there is no Ishtadaiva. If a bona fide Guru or a bona fide saintly person will tell you who God is, he will not let you leave who God is to your imagination. He will tell you who God is. It is as simple as this. If somebody were to tell me, you choose your favorite father, it is very ridiculous question. It is a ridiculous statement to make, because I cannot have favorite father. I have a father. If I am existing means my father is existing, and I don't have choice to choose my father. Similarly, God cannot be chosen amongst. He is not a commodity in the marketplace where you can choose as Ishtadaiva. God is one and He is same for all. God is God for everybody, not just for one section of people. So if somebody says that you choose your Ishtadaiva, he cannot be a saintly person. He will tell you that this is God, this is based on scriptures, this is God. So this is the 3rd criteria. The 4th criteria is that one proposes the form of devotional activities or religious activities not based on one's own imagination, but based on Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. That means there are scriptures and there are great teachers who follow the scriptures in the past, and this person also follows such great teachers and he proposes the same thing. He doesn't give anything his imagination. So such a person, if anybody introduces new things which are not there in the previous ages or in the previous acharyas, proposed by previous acharyas, such a person should not be accepted as a saintly person. Finally, this is the simple test, but a very important test. One should not be a sage on stage. One should be a sage wherever he is. He is not just while speaking, he speaks nice things, but when it comes to practice, one doesn't follow. Such a person should not be accepted as a saintly person. In fact, you will find great consistency, integrity in a person who is actually a sage. He will not deviate from what he speaks. His actions and his speech perfectly match. So these are 5 preliminary ways of ascertaining between a sage and a swindler. And I'm sure all the wrong people who claim to be sages, they will fall in one of this category. If you carefully observe, they will fall in one of this category. And the true saints, you will find from these 5 ways of understanding, they will fall in this, rightly they fall in this 5. So this is how you can distinguish between who is a sage and who is a swindler. Hare Krishna.